Once upon a time, magicians discovered an incredible secret, an ancient power of cosmic proportions dwelling inside every human being. A power which in the wrong hands could destroy everything and create strife and suffering amongst human beings. But also a godly force arising from the very source of creation, which could light up the darkness of ignorance and open doors which otherwise would have been forever closed. It was forgotten, buried deep in the subconscious of humankind, waiting for generations to be unearthed by the magicians of light of our age. This is the untold story of Kama Sutra.
These 9 months of pregnancy are special for every mother. But as the months keep passing, the uterus starts expanding. Now this can add great pressure on the lungs and diaphragm, which can make breathing difficult. As a result, it becomes very important to practice deep breathing exercises during pregnancy. Hi, I'm Nishtha, a certified yoga teacher, and today I'm going to show you breathing exercises for you and your baby to have a pleasant experience. Start by being seated in a comfortable position on the mat or on a chair. Place the L of your palms on the sides of the ribcage, elbows pointing outward and shoulders relaxed. Inhale to take a long breath in. Feel the lungs expand sideways. Exhale to release the breath out. Feel the lungs contract in. Keep the breathing deep yet relaxed. Take up to 5 to 8 breaths. As the lungs get pressed by the growing size of the uterus, this exercise helps to create space in the chest cavity and makes breathing more efficient. Start by sitting in a comfortable seated position on the mat or the chair. Shut your first 2 fingers and use the third finger and the thumb to navigate between the nostrils. Keep your spine lifted and eyes closed. Shut your right nostril and inhale from the left. Shut the left and exhale from the right. After releasing from the right, inhale from the right nostril and exhale from the left. This makes 1 round. Allow your breathing to be very relaxed and make sure to not hold the breath. Continue to take 5 to 8 rounds. This pranayama helps you to create a calming balance between your right and left nostril. It increases oxygen intake in the body and improves blood circulation. It greatly helps to deal with the stresses and anxieties associated with being a mother. Once you finish, take a few deep breaths through both nostrils, and then you can gently open your eyes. Continue to be seated on a mat or chair. Start to take your thumbs to lightly shut your ears and take the rest of the fingers to close your eyes. Inhale deep and exhale through the nose while pressing your lips to make the sound of the buzzing bee. Repeat 5 to 8 times. After you finish, continue keeping your eyes closed to experience the sensations all over the body and the stillness in the mind. Bhramari is a very tranquilizing pranayama. It creates a strong vibrational energy inside and outside the body. And practicing this regularly helps one to cut off from the external distraction and connect with the life within. This sound can also be very soothing and comforting for the baby. Choose to do these breathing exercises preferably in the morning on an empty stomach. If you are to practice at any other time in the day, avoid doing it immediately after a meal. All these breathing exercises are very safe and gentle, but in case you feel uncomfortable, stop the practice right away. These breathing exercises are a great way to stay positive and close to your baby. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, stay tuned and stay glamorous.
Pregnancy, also known as gravidity or gestation, is the time during which one or more offspring develops inside a woman. A multiple pregnancy involves more than one offspring, such as with from conception it is about 38 weeks. Symptom of early pregnancy may include missed periods, tender breasts, nausea and vomiting, hunger, and frequent urination. Pregnancy may be confirmed with a pregnancy test. Pregnancy is typically divided into 3 trimesters. The first trimester is from week 1 through 12 and includes conception. Conception is followed by the fertilized egg traveling down the fallopian tube and attaching to the inside of the uterus, where it begins to form the fetus and placenta. The first trimester carries the highest risk of miscarriage. The second trimester is from week 13 through 28. Around the middle of the second trimester, movement of the fetus may be felt. At 28 weeks, more than 90% of babies can survive outside of the uterus if provided high-quality medical care. The third trimester is from 29 weeks through 40 weeks. Prenatal care improves pregnancy outcomes. This may include taking extra folic acid, avoiding drugs and alcohol, regular exercise, blood tests, and regular physical examinations. Complications of pregnancy may include high blood pressure of pregnancy, gestational diabetes, iron deficiency, anemia, and severe nausea and vomiting, among others. Term pregnancy is 37 weeks to 41 weeks, with early term being 37 and 38 weeks, full term 39 and 40 weeks, and late term 41 weeks. After 41 weeks, it is known as post-term. Babies born before 37 weeks are preterm and are at higher risk of health problems such as cerebral palsy. It is recommended that delivery not be artificially started with either labor induction or cesarean section before 39 weeks, unless required for other medical reasons.
Get ready for Yoga Nidra. Roll over on your side and make yourself comfortable. You can put a cushion under your head and one between your knees. Another one to support your belly. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. Then cover yourself with a light quilt. As you incline to get cold during the practice, your blood pressure drops as you go into deep relaxation. Now take a deep breath in. Feel the calmness spreading all through the body. And as you breathe out, feel yourself letting go. Become aware of the room that you're in, the walls, the ceiling, the floor. Become aware of your body lying perfectly still on the floor. Become aware of all the meeting points between the body and the floor. Awareness of the breath, the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. Don't concentrate too hard, for this will interfere with the natural process. Just listen to my voice and know that you're breathing. Now is the time to make your resolve. My baby will be born healthy, happy, and whole. Repeat it to yourself 3 times with feeling and awareness, so it's planted deep in your subconscious. Now we come to rotation of consciousness. Just let your awareness jump from point to point as I call out different parts of the body. There should be no physical movement and no sleeping. Take your awareness to the right hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. Now take your awareness to the left side, left hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, left thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. Now take your awareness to the top of the head. Become aware of the very crown of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, whole nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, throat, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, navel, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, right thigh, left thigh, right knee, left knee, right ankle, left ankle, right toes, left toes. Now the back, right sole, left sole, right heel, left heel, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, back of right knee, back of left knee, back of right thigh, back of left thigh, right buttock, left buttock, right hip, left hip, the whole spine, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, the top of the head, the whole face, the whole head, the whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the back together, whole of the front together, the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. Develop homogeneous awareness of the whole body lying perfectly still on the floor. Become aware of all the meeting points between the body and the floor. All the subtle physical points where the body touches the floor. Simultaneously, evenly. Now take your awareness to the soles of the feet. Become aware of the skin on the soles of the feet from the heels to the tips of the toes. And then the hands. Become aware of the skin on the hands, the skin on the palms and the fingers. And then the face, the skin on the face, awareness of the skin on the forehead, cheeks, and chin. Now take your awareness to your eyelids. Become aware of the line between the eyelids, the points where they meet. Intensify your awareness between the eyelids. And then the lips, the line between the lips, the space between the lips. From the lips we go to the breath. Just become aware of the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Just the rise and fall of the natural breath. Become aware of the abdomen rising and falling with the natural breath. Keep your awareness on the breath in the abdomen. Keep your awareness on the breath and start counting your breaths backwards from 15 to 1. 15 inhalation, 15 exhalation, 14 inhalation, 14 exhalation, 13 inhalation, and so on, all the way from 15 to 1. Total awareness of breathing and counting. Your breathing is slow and relaxed. Please continue counting. Now take your awareness to the space in front of your closed eyes, the space that we call Chidakash. Imagine you're looking through a transparent screen at infinite space, a space that extends as far as your eyes can see. Just rest your mind in this warm and friendly space. Let your thoughts come and go, don't get involved. Just continue watching this space with detached awareness only. Whatever you see is the manifesting process of your own mind. Now imagine that you're walking down a hot and dusty road. You are alone. The sun is high in the sky. Running along the side of the road is a wall. In the wall, a small door. You go through that door and you find yourself inside a beautiful garden. Cool, shady trees, birds singing, beautiful flowers. Walk across the springy grass, explore the garden until you come to a small well which is completely surrounded by wild flowers. There's a sweet fragrance in the air, and butterflies play follow the leader amongst themselves. You walk up to the well and look inside. Inside it goes plunging down into utter darkness. Going down the side of a well is a spiral staircase. Start climbing down this spiral staircase into the well. As you climb further and further down, it becomes darker and darker. The walls become damp and mossy. You pause halfway and look up. Way up above you, you can see the circle of light at the top. Continue your descent down the well. You're completely surrounded by darkness now. There's a faint glimmer of light below. You reach the bottom, which is dry, and you run through a tunnel which brings you outside onto a golden beach. A golden beach on the shores of an infinite ocean of peace and bliss. Bobbing up and down on the waves there is a lotus flower. Lying in the petals of the lotus is a small baby. That baby is you. Feel yourself as a baby, bobbing up and down on the waves of the infinite ocean. And you can hear the chanting of Om, the vibration of Om across the infinite waters. Bring your awareness back to Chidakash, back to that inner space. Again, just watch this space with detached awareness. Any colors, any patterns. Just a silent witness. Again, make your resolve. Repeat it to yourself 3 times with feeling and awareness. My baby will be born happy, healthy, and whole. Now become aware of your breathing, awareness of breathing, awareness of relaxation. Become aware of your physical existence, your arms, your legs, your whole body lying on the floor, all the meeting points between body and floor, the room that you're in, the walls, the ceiling. Make your attention external. Just become totally aware of your surroundings, any sounds that you can hear. Then start making movements, start moving your fingers, your toes, your head slowly from side to side. Start stretching yourself slowly. When you're quite ready, sit up slowly. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat.
I get asked all the time, how do I remove?
Childbirth is not a disease and does not require drugs and medication. It needn't be a painful experience. It's largely due to ignorance and stress that pain is experienced. When the time comes for the baby to be expelled from the womb, contractions take place. If you tense up against the contractions, you feel pain. If, however, you relax and breathe into the contraction, you can be in tune with the body and move as one with the baby.
It's best to remain upright in a semi-squatting position during labour and remain centred on the breath.
When the contractions are slow, it's best to remain centered on the breath and breathe with the contraction. If you breathe against the contraction, it creates tension, and that is what creates pain. Recognize contractions for just what they are, contractions. They're a positive thing to help push your baby out of the womb. So let the movement and the breath go together. You've already had ample training in this. Movement and breath in sync with each other. So remain in rhythm, breathing with the contractions, just going with the flow. When the contractions become more rapid and intense, and it's still not time to push because your vagina is not dilated enough, you should resort to short, panting breaths, like this Bhastrika breathing is sometimes easier through the mouth, and it still keeps the pressure off the perineum. When the contractions become more violent and it's time to push, it's okay to groan and shout, like workers do when they're pulling a heavy load, a bit of a I don't want her to do it too much in case she gives birth right now.
Well, we've got the pool.
when you shout and you push, it adds momentum to the contraction and helps propel the baby out. Don't forget, this is a joint effort. The baby is also pushing for all it's worth. He really wants to get out there. So it's very fulfilling for both of you to be fully conscious and participate in the birth together.
Now remember to eat a whole grain diet full of fruit and vegetables, because those bowels, they do need the roughage to make them work. And remember, ladies, a lot of pregnant women do get constipation and that dreaded piles. So avoid processed food and eat lots of natural, healthy fruit and veg. And remember, don't eat iron pills because they do increase constipation. Get your iron from natural sources like spinach, beetroot, wheat germ, etc. It's the release of toxins during your sleep that gives you that really horrible taste in your mouth when you wake up in the morning. So, cheers.
In yoga, it is advised to drink 2 large glasses of water on rising. This helps to flush out toxins released in the night. Adopt a healthy routine and follow the rhythms of nature.
Never eat your meals too late in the evening and never go to bed on a full stomach, because this reduces the digestive fire, which in fact can create indigestion and release toxins. So, word of advice, eat lots of small, nourishing meals, and if you do get indigestion, eat some fennel seeds. Take plenty of gentle outdoor exercise. Come on, Freddie, should we go? While swimming, we can use the natural support of the water to do gentle stretches.
Enjoy your pregnancy. If handled correctly, this can be one of the most spiritually rewarding times in a woman's life. It is a state of divinity which she can get in touch with the goddess within, the divine mother of the universe. I will chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Om. Om. Now rub your palms together to generate prana. And cover your eyes to recharge them. Bring your palms together. Hari Om Tat Sat. Just try and feel the unity within you, the divinity within you, the divinity without, the unified field of all creation. Hari Om Tat Sat.
And stretch your legs open. For this practice, you will need a yoga blanket. Those of you in your second trimester will require a block and a strap as well. Those of you in your third trimester will continue to use a chair. Fold your blanket lengthwise and straddle your blanket in a wide stance. Inhale. Exhale, extend forward, placing your hands either on the floor or on a block. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, shift around to the right for lunge pose. Keep your right knee directly over your ankle and your back leg straight. Notice that Poppy does not lean forward and uses the back of her chair for support. Now lower your left knee to the blanket. Inhale, straighten up your torso and place both your hands on your right knee. Poppy does not need to change position. Inhale, raise your arms overhead, interlace your fingers, and turn your palms up to the ceiling. Drop your tailbone down to help ensure that you don't overarch your back. Exhale, release your hands and lower your arms. Now clasp your hands behind your back. Breathe deeply, feel the widening of your chest. Inhale, straighten your front leg, place your hands on the floor in front of you, and move the weight of your hips back over your left knee, which has now been in a 90-degree angle. If you're following Britta, use your block to help make this pose more comfortable. Inhale, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, and move slowly back into lunge pose. Walking your hands along the floor, shift around to the other side. Notice how Britta takes her block with her. Poppy turns her chair around to face the opposite direction. Exhale, bend your left knee, and lower into lunge pose again. Breathe. Keep your back leg firm. Exhale, drop your right knee to the floor. Inhale, place both hands on your left knee. Exhale, feel the dignity of your posture. Poppy comes up to standing, and everybody inhale, sweep your arms overhead, interlace your fingers, open your palms to the ceiling. Lengthen your arms. Exhale, release your arms and clasp them behind you, opening your chest. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor, straighten your left leg, shift your weight back over your right leg, stretch the left hamstrings. If you're following Britta, support yourself with your block. If you're following Poppy, sit on the edge of your chair and use both hands to hold onto the back of the chair to help support you in the stretch. Breathe easily and smoothly. Inhale, release the left leg, and move into all fours over your blanket. Place your knees slightly wider than the blanket. If you're following Poppy, stand up out of your chair and move to your folded blanket. With your arms straight out on the ground in front of you, shift back and fold down into modified child's pose. In this position, the blanket will help serve as a cushion for your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise back up into all fours for plank position. With arms strong, straighten both legs. Poppy keeps both knees on the ground and shifts forward into her arms. Britta only straightens her right leg. Drop down onto all fours and move your weight back to stretch your arms. Inhale, rise up into plank pose again. Britta lifts only her left leg this time. If you're following Poppy, lean forward over your arms. Exhale, drop your knees back to the ground or shift back onto all fours again. Then once more raise up into plank pose. Actively press into your arms and legs for support. Drop your knees into all fours again and shift back to rest. For the final time, straighten your legs into plank pose. Relax your belly while keeping your limbs active. Be careful not to collapse your lower back. Finally, drop the knees into all fours, lean back for a slight stretch, and then widen your knees around your blanket and sit back and fold down into child's pose. Release your lower back. Rise back up onto all fours for table pose. Inhale, lengthen your right leg and hold it out flat behind you. Keep your hips level. The emphasis here is not on height, but on extension. Britta and Poppy cushion their bent knee on the blanket. Exhale, lower the right leg down. Inhale, extend your left leg. Press into your arms to keep your chest lifted. Rotate your left thigh inward to help spread your sacrum. If you feel confident about your balance, you can now lift your right leg and your left arm at the same time. Poppy keeps both hands on the floor. Breathe and extend. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift your left leg and right arm together. Lengthen your fingertips and toes away from each other. Try not to arch your back. Stay level. Exhale, lower down. Once more, widen your knees and fold down into child's pose again. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Quiet your mind and feel the rhythm of your breath. Come back up to all fours. And then shift your hips to the side to sit in the middle of your blanket. Place your hands on the floor behind you and stretch your legs out in front of you. Now lean forward, clasping your ankles. Britta and Poppy both place a strap around the balls of their feet. Britta widens her feet shoulder width. Poppy spreads her legs out even wider. Sit up straight and with straight arms pull on the strap. Press evenly through the balls of your feet and heels. Keep your spine extended. This is a simple but powerful way to strengthen your entire back and create more space for your growing baby. Press the backs of your knees down into the earth to stretch your legs. Everyone sit up. Britta and Poppy place the strap around their left foot only and hold both ends of the strap in their left hand. Everyone draw their right foot back against your upper left thigh. Now lean forward, grasping your left foot with both hands. Lengthen the spine. Keep the foot flexed. Inhale, come up, and change sides, drawing your left foot into your right inner thigh. Grasp the right foot with both hands. Inhale, breathe into your heart. Exhale, spread your sit bones into the earth. Reach through the crown of your head. Feel the meditative stillness of these forward bends. Be fully in the present moment. Breathe. Inhale and sit up again. Bend your left leg and place your foot flat on the floor at the edge of your blanket. Poppy extends both legs wide out in front of her. Place your right hand on the floor behind you and position your left elbow inside your left knee. Poppy places her left hand on the floor between her legs for support. Twist gently to the right. Inhale, lengthen out of your lower back. Exhale, feel the twist. Use your elbow and knee against each other to give you leverage to open your chest. Inhale, come back to center. Lower your left leg and change sides. Exhale, place your right elbow on the inside of your right knee, your left hand behind you. Inhale, exhale. Press through your extended leg for balance. Inhale, come back to center. Lengthen your right leg and then draw both your feet back towards you. Shift your hands forward for a moment to release your spine. Now place your hands on the floor behind you. Inhale, draw your chin into your chest as you press your thighs down into the floor to open your hips. Inhale, exhale. Feel your heart open. From simple cross-leg pose, move into a reclined pose for deep relaxation. If you're less than 4 months pregnant, it's safe to lie flat on your back. If you're more than 4 months pregnant, lie on your left side for optimal circulation for your growing baby. Take time to make sure you're comfortable. If you're lying on your back, place several blankets or a bolster under your back for support. If you're using a body pillow between your knees like Britta, elevate your head slightly with a folded blanket. Poppy is using a chair for gentle leg inversion. She also places a blanket beneath her upper leg, her head, and her belly for soft support. Soften the backs of your eyes, jaw, and sides of your tongue. Inhale into the sides of your neck. Exhale, release the muscles around the spine. If you're lying on your back, you can also bring your legs into a wide diamond with your feet together to passively open your hips. Inhale into the center of your chest, your spiritual heart. Exhale, feel your heart bloom as a lotus flower gently opening. Inhale now into your arms and hands. Exhale, relax your limbs and each finger with grace. Inhale and bring your awareness to your lower back and sacrum. As you exhale, feel your sacrum expand and relax. Inhale deeply into your legs. Namaste.
Yes, in Tantric Yoga, we're going to be learning to channel that same orgasmic energy that we equate with sex into all of the chakra, throughout the entire body, into the universe as we become one with the universe. Let's learn more about Tantric Yoga.
Lessons in Tantric Yoga and Love. Sex is the seed, love the flower, compassion is the fragrance. Love is impatient, love is kind, love does not envy, it's not boastful or conceited. Find not joy in righteousness, but righteousness in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, love never ends. Love is karma. This is the essence of Tantric Yoga. Karma is created from our thoughts and our actions. These result in our experiences. So to love we give, and to receive direct results from our thoughts and actions. To have love, we must first choose loving actions, loving thoughts. We must regulate our behavior and be vigilant about creating and maintaining the highest of intentions. Honor, respect, surrender, release the ego. These are the laws of love. This is love, to fly towards a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment, for a let go of life, to take hold and to take love. Lovers don't finally meet somewhat. They are in each other all along. Many go partner to partner on an empty search for fulfillment, but the answer does not lie in another. The answer is within you. Love yourself. Truly love yourself. When you vibrate self-love, it sends out to the universe and attracts a resonant vibration, and then the love will find you, because this is the heart of the Tantra. Your task is not to seek for love, but to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. This is how truly to make love. Action and reaction, cause and effect. Love is karma.
Introduce to you 7 stages of working with yoga when it comes to relationship and maintaining harmony with you and the other, as well as your own self. We have inside of us 7 chakras. According to yogic philosophy, they are dictating our behavior, our thoughts, and our patterning. So the first chakra, the base or the root, this is an energetic center just between the tailbone and the genitals, often depicted as a red ball of energy. And it's all to do with stability, steadiness, responsibility, and finances. So what you can do is place your hands on your knees, sit very heavily into your pelvis, and bring your torso all the way over to the left-hand side, and you're using your weight. You roll over onto your right-hand side, and it's called a spinal rotation, but you're using the weight inside of your body to become particularly heavy. And you always go from left to behind to right to forward. And you do this for about 3 minutes to settle down, to literally become grounded. The second chakra, often depicted as an orange glowing ball of radiance or energy. This area in between the hips is all to do with sexuality, sensuality, being able to express yourself, and being creative. In yoga, what we do is a pelvic lift. So if you bear in mind where the chakra is, you use your physical hips as the boundaries in between, and it's that area that pulls the hips up. Okay, third chakra, up here at the navel point, right in the very center of your being, often depicted as a beautiful daffodil yellow. This area is all to do with commitment and trust. It's being able to begin a project and finish it off. So what can you do to open up this center? There's 2 ways of going in. If the person is fit and has got strong abdominals or lower back, you do some leg raises. And again, you do this for 26 raises or 1 minute. If the abdomen is weak, lower back is weak, you do something called a breath of fire. Place your hands over your tummy and you'd exhale and you bring the navel in. So it's like this. So the fourth one is the area of the heart up near the lungs. This area is relating to a color of like an emerald. It's all to do with being open to love, being open to receive, being open to be hurt. You put your thumbs at the back and your fingers at the front of the shoulders and your elbow in line with your shoulder, so there's this immediate stretch across the chest. You'd inhale as you twist left and you'd exhale as you twist right. And this is a very fast, rapid movement. Moving up to the fifth center, which is the throat, depicted as a beautiful sapphire blue. Again, very, very rich, very vibrant. This is all to do with communication, speaking, as well as listening. Keeping your chin parallel. Again, this same movement of left and right. Take your head to the furthest point on the left and inhale. And take your head slowly to the furthest point on the right and exhale. Just let the chin guide you. Moving up to the sixth chakra, which is also known as the third eye point. This is all to do with intuitiveness, perception, being able to see between the trees, really understanding what's going on in the other person, being able to sense things at a greater level. From here, the best thing you can do is a cobra. So this is where you lie down on the floor, on your belly. You inhale up, exhale down, and place that part of the head on the floor. So you'd inhale up, lift that third eye point as high as you can. And then there's the crown chakra, the seventh one, right at the very top. This really isn't to do with earthly things at all. This is much more spiritual, much more lighter. It's really to do with knowing that you are part of a greater whole, a greater awareness. You can't use yoga to open up your crown. So what we tend to do is we roll our eyes up to the top of the scalp, literally in our heads, take them as high as they seemingly can go. Listen to everything inside of your body, your heart, maybe the creaking of your bones. Listen to everything in the room only, creaking floorboards, beams overhead. Listen outside of the room to the furthest away point, whether it's a bird, a train, and stay there. Stay at that furthest away point. So that's how to raise all of that energy finally to the crown. I sincerely hope that these yogic exercises I've shown you for the 7 chakras will be really beneficial and be tools for your authentic relationships.
During the last bit of an hour, we've been able to teach you an introduction to Tantric Yoga, an introduction to building the chi and the prana, and building and touching and keeping young. Been able to show you a couple of things about sharing and caring, and the use of Tantric Yoga to make your mind bigger and expansive. It's not into my ear you whispered, but into my heart. It's not my lips you kissed, but my soul.